Okay, this is Cambridge O levels. Subject is mathematics, syllabus D, paper code 4024, paper variant is 2. This is paper 2. Time allowed is 2 hours 30 minutes and calculator is allowed. Question number 1. Idris repairs computers. This is how he calculates the charge for a repair. $56 for the first hour and then 12.25 for each additional 15 minutes. Work out the amount Idris charges for a repair that takes him 2 hours. So $56 for first hour, and then for the second hour, this is 1 and 1 hour, we have 15 minutes 4 times in 1 hour. So he charges 12.25 4 times. Use your calculator and get an answer of $105. Second part, Idris charges $166.25 for another repair. He starts work on repair at 2:30 p.m. Find the time when he completes the repair. So if he is charging $166.25, we first take out $56, which was for the first hour, and we are left with 110.25, and then we have the information that he charges 12.25 for additional 15 minutes, and we get to know that he charges 9 times for those extra 15 minutes. So 15 into 9 total is 135 minutes, and 135 minute is 60 plus 60, that is 120, and 15. So first hour from here, second hour, third hour. So basically he takes 3 hours and 15 minutes to repair. We started at 2:30. So 2:30, and after 3 hours 15 minutes, it is 5:45. It is your choice. You may leave your answer as it is, or you may wish to convert it into 12 to 24 hour clock, and your answer would be 17:45. Both are acceptable. B part says Idris invested $6,200 in an account paying compound interest at a rate of 1.7% per year. Calculate the amount of interest earned at the end of 4 years. So compound interest, A equals P into 1 plus R by 100 power T. You write T or N, it is one and the same thing. 6,200 is the principal amount. Interest is 1.7. Time is 4 years. Use your calculator and you get 6632.47316, and we are interested to find the interest. So interest is equals to amount minus principal. 6632.47 minus 6200, and you get 432.47. Moving on, question number 1, part C. The exchange rate between dollar and euro is given. Idris buys some equipment from website that charges in euros. The equipment cost 760 euros. Idris must pay 2.5% tax on this cost. So if he is paying 2.5% tax, he should be paying 102.5% of that, which is equivalent to 779 euros. So once he's paying that, work out the amount Idris pays for the equipment including tax. Give your answer in dollars. So the exchange rate is dollars to euros, which is 1:0.84. He is paying 779 euros. This is X. So we cross multiply. 779 equals 0.84x, and x is equals to 779 by 0.84, which is $927.38, or you say $927.38. Question number 2. Find the size of one interior angle of a regular 15-sided polygon. There are different approaches how you can do that. If you have 15-sided polygon, let me say the exterior angle is 360 over n. So 360 divided by 15, I get one of the exterior angle as 24 degrees. So interior angle is 180 minus the exterior, so 180, you take away the exterior angle and you're left with 156 degrees. You can also use, if you wish, interior angle equals n minus 2 into 180 over n. Second part, the diagram shows part of 15-sided polygon. So we had some of the information. Interior angle was 56. Find the value of x. So if it is a regular polygon, these two sides are equal, making it isosceles triangle. And let me find this y first. So we take away 156 from 180 and divide the remaining angle by 2 to get y, which is 12 degrees. So if this is 12 and this complete angle right here is interior, which is 156, so x is equals to 156, you take away that 12 and you're left with 144 degrees. B part. A, B, C and D are points on circle center O. AB is the diameter. AB is the diameter of the circle. Angle BAC. BAC is 24. Find ADC. ADC. Okay, this is unknown. So let's do that. And he says give reason for each step of your working. Let me solve here so I don't have to zoom out. So first, if you see that ACB is equals to 90 degrees. ACB is 90 degree. Angle is, reason is angle subtended on diameter or angle at center is twice the angle at circumference. Both are acceptable. So angle subtended on diameter. Secondly, we already have this 24. I'm going to find this angle. So ABC is equals to 180 minus 90 minus 24, and the answer is 66. Reason is angle sum of triangle. Angle sum of triangle is 180 degrees. So you get this 66. On the other hand, now you see this is a cyclic quadrilateral. So sum of opposite angle of cyclic quadrilateral is 180. And you can also say angle in opposite segment. So ADC finally is 180 minus 66, which is 114 degrees. Angle in opposite segment. Question number 3. Leila asks a group of people what type of exercise they prefer. The results are shown in the pie chart. 90 people prefer running. So this sector right here represents 90 people. Calculate the total number of people, Leila asks. So if 135 degrees is representing 90 people, 135 degree right here is 90. So 360 degrees should represent x, which is the total. Cross multiply 135x is equals to 90 into 360, and x is equals to 90 into 360 by 135. Use your calculator and we get an answer of 240 people. Second part says work out the fraction of group who prefer yoga. Write your answer in simplest form. So this angle is unknown. 135, 90 and 60. So 360 minus 135 minus 90 minus 60 is 75 degrees. So people who prefer yoga are represented by 75 degree of the total, which simplifies to 5 by 24. B part says Leila records the number of steps she walks each day for 60 days. The table shows the results, number of steps, frequency. Complete the histogram to represent the data. So notice that we have to draw frequency, density. So let me write class width here. From 5 to 8 is 3, 8 to 10 is 2, 10 to 12 2, 12 to 15 is 3, and 15 to 20 is 5. Frequency is given, so frequency density is frequency divided by class width. 3 9 by 3 is 3, 16 by 2 8, 14 by 2 is 7, 15 by 3 is 5, and 6 by 5 is 1.2. Now we draw these heights according to the given classes. So from 5 to 8, 3 is already drawn. From 8 to 10, height is 8. So from 8 to 10, height is 8. It would be easy with paper, pencil and scale. And from 10 to 12 is 7. 10 to 12 we have a height of 7. 12 to 15 is 5. This is 4. This is 5. And 15 ends here. From 15 to 20 it is 1.2. So this is 1 and 0.2. From 15 to 20. When you are doing this with pencil on paper, shade them a little to increase the visibility. That's not compulsory. Leila has a target of 11,000 steps every day. Find an estimate for the percentage of these days that Leila met her target. So 11,000 steps is basically this number and so on. So we take this area from 11 onwards. This is 1 into 7. So this is 7 days, and then we already know this area from the table, which is 15 and 6. Either you take this area or you note it from the given table. And 15 plus 7 plus 6 is 28 days. So for the percentage, 28 out of 60 days times 100, it is 46.7% of the time she was able to achieve the target. Question number 4. Solve the equation 5x minus 3x is equals to negative 6, 2x equals negative 6, x is equals to minus 6 by 2, x is equals to minus 3. The mass of a plum is n grams. The mass of an apple is twice the mass of plum, so that should be 2n. The mass of banana is 5 grams more than the mass of apple, that is 2n plus 50. And the total mass of the plum, apple and banana is 450 grams. Form an equation in n and solve it to find the mass of the plum. So mass of plum is n, then we have 2n, then we have 2n plus 50, and the total mass is 450. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5n plus 50 equals 450, 5n equals 450 minus 50, 5n is equals to 400, n is equals to 400 by 5, n is equals to 80. So mass of plum is n, which is 80, that is 80 grams. Solve by factorization. So x square minus 21 if we use minus 7x and plus 3x. So 7 3 times would be negative 21 square, and adding them gives us minus 4x. We take out x as common, x minus 7 plus 3 as common, x minus 7 is equals to 0. X plus 3 times x minus 7 is equals to 0. So x is equals to minus 3 and x is equals to 7. Question number 5. A bag contains 40 balls. 28 of the balls are red and the rest are green. So 40 minus 28 is 12 are green. Isha takes a ball from the bag at random, notes its color and replaces it. Find the probability that the ball is green. So if the ball is green, that is 12 out of 40, and 4 3 times, 4 10 times is 3 by 10. Isha repeats this 200 times. Work out the number of times she expects to take a green ball. So that is 3 out of 10 is the probability, and 2 3 times is 6, so she'll be expecting 60 times. B part. A bag contains 9 blue balls, 7 yellow balls. Sergio takes 2 balls from the bag at random without replacement. That means the total is decreasing. Complete the tree diagram. So 9 by 16. So for yellow it is 7 out of total, that is 7 by 16. This is done. Once you take out blue ball, yellow are still 7, but the total reduces, so 15. When you take out yellow ball, blue are still 9, but the total reduces. One yellow is already taken, so it reduces, and total also reduces. So that's your tree diagram. Second part says find the probability that the two balls are the same color. So blue followed by blue, this is same, and yellow followed by yellow, this is same. So we multiply these two, 9 by 16 into 8 by 15, 9 by 16 times 8 by 15, plus the second chain, 7 by 16 into 6 by 15. And using calculator we get 3 by 10 plus 7 by 40, adding them gives an answer of 19 by 40. Question number 6. Complete the table for y is equals to 4 power x by 10. So when you plug in 0, 4 power 0 is 1, 1 by 10 is 0.1. Okay, draw the graph of this for 0 to 300. Table is given, grid is given. So let's do it. At 0, this is 0.1. At 0.5, this is 0.2. At 1, it is 0.4, 1, 2, 3, that's 4. At 1.5, it is 0.8. At 2, it is 1.6. At 2.5, it is 3.2. This is 3, 1, 2. At 3, this is 6.4. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, excuse the shaky hand. It would be very easy on paper and pencil. Curve should be smooth. Failed attempt. Let me try that again. Okay, this is better than we did before. Okay, so the curve part is done. Then it says use your graph to solve the equation this. Notice that this is exactly equal to y, so this is y equals to 5. So we go onto our graph and we draw a line of y equals 5. And marking scheme says that this is exactly the answer. You read it from your graph. So this is the third last dot right here. And notice that this is 0.1 for two boxes. So this should be 2.6, 2.7, 2.8 and 2.85 for my graph. By drawing tangent, estimate the gradient of y equals 4 power x by 10 at x is equals to 2. So at x is equals to 2, when you draw the tangent, make sure that if you're drawing tangent right here, you place your scale in such a way that you should see that on both these sides the distance should be same. So I'm just drawing a sketch artificially, I hope to get a perfect line. On paper you just adjust the scale first and then draw the line. So if I use these coordinates, which is x 3 and y 3.4, on the other end this is 0.1, 0.2, so 1.2 and y 0. So 3 and 3.4. Second coordinate is 1.2 and 0, and for gradient y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, 3.4 by 1.8, and I'm getting 1.89. B part. This is a sketch of graph y is equals to x square plus ax plus b. Find the value of a and b. So from the graph I can say that this is 2 and y0, this is 5 and y0. So we do have two different values. Using the first one, y is 0, just plug in the values, and this is 2 square plus a into 2 plus b. So 2 square is 4 plus 2a plus b is equals to 0. For the second part, y is again 0 and x is 5. So 5 square plus a into 5 plus b, 0 equals 25 plus 5a plus b. So if we rearrange or use this directly, solve them simultaneously, this is equals to 0, this equation is equal to 0, so we can equate them. So 4 plus 2a plus b is equals to 25 plus 5a plus b. b goes with b. Take 2 on the other side. This is 5a minus 2a. Bring 25 on this side is minus 21 is equals to 3a. 21 by 3 is 7. a is equals to minus 7. For b, we can use any equation. Let me use the first one. This is 4 plus 2a plus b is equals to 0. 4 plus 2 into minus 7 plus b equals to 0. 4 minus 14 plus b, this is negative 10. You take 10 on the other side, b is equals to 10. Question number 7. Point A and B are shown on the centimeter square grid. ABC is a triangle, ABC is somewhere else. Here are 5 possible coordinates for point C. Tick the 2 coordinates from the list that make ABC an isosceles triangle. Okay, so now let us draw these. X is minus 2, y is 4, first one. Second is minus 2, minus 1. Third is minus 1, minus 2. Fourth is x 6, y 1. And last is minus 4 and y 6. Now there are two ways in which you can see if it makes an isosceles triangle. If you have your compass, just open it up, hold it, and place your needle at A and pencil at B, and then you can just see that this makes the exact distance and this coordinate makes the exact distance. So I'm highlighting my answer. These two coordinates, they make it an isosceles triangle. And the other way could be, you can see that if I apply Pythagoras theorem to find the length of AB, this is 3 units and this is 5 units. And same on 3, 5, if I had to apply the Pythagoras theorem, this is again 3 and 5. So it should make the same length, making it isosceles. Another, this is 3 and this is 5. So these are two different methods how you can solve this. Then it says find the column vector AB. So column vector AB is OB minus OA. Read the coordinates of OB. This is 1, 4. Minus A is minus 4, 1. Making it 5, 3. Second says A is the midpoint of line DB. Find DB. So DB, if A is the midpoint, DB should be double of AB. So we have the coordinates of AB and we just read that this is 3 and 5. So I'm applying Pythagoras theorem on 3 and 5. AB is equals to change in x squared plus change in y squared whole square root, and DB should be 2 times square root 5 square plus 3 square. So 2 square root 34, which is almost equals to 11.7. Question 7b part. The equation of line P is y equals 4x minus 3. Line L is perpendicular to line P and line L passes through 6, 4. Find the coordinates of the point where the line L crosses x-axis. So that should be x comma 0. And for that we need the equation of line L. So gradient of line P is 4 and line L is perpendicular. So m1 into m2 is equals to minus 1. 4 into m2 equals minus 1 and gradient of line L1 is minus 1 by 4. Use y equals mx plus c. Value of y is 4. Gradient is minus 1 by 4. Value of x is 6 to find c. So 2 times 2 3 times is minus 3 by 2 and 4 plus 3 by 2 is equals to c, and we use our calculator. 4 plus 3 by 2, I get 11 by 2. So equation is y equals mx plus c, and when y is 0, minus 1 by 4x plus 11 by 2. 1 by 4x is equals to 11 by 2. X is equals to 11 by 2 into 4 to 1 times, 2 times, and this is 22. So it crosses at x 22 and y 0. Question number 8. The diagram shows small rectangle inside a large rectangle. The height of the large rectangle is x centimeters. The length of the large rectangle is 4 times its height. So this should be 4x. The width of the shaded border is 3 centimeters. The area of small rectangle is 80. Form an equation in x and show that it simplifies to this. Okay. So if this full is x, this is 3, this is 3, this should be x minus 6. And on the other side, this is 4x minus 6, as border is 3 on all sides. And area of smaller rectangle is given. So we multiply length into breadth, which is x minus 6 times 4x minus 6 is equals to 80. So x into 4x is 4x square minus 6x. 6 into 4 is 24 and 6 times is 36. We simplify this equation. We get 4x square minus 30x plus 36 minus 80 is equals to 0. 4x square minus 30x and 80 minus 36, that is 44. And this is 4, this is 2x. We divide the whole equation with 2 to get 2x square minus 15x minus 22 is equals to 0. Shown. Solve the equation up to 2 decimal places. So a is equals to 2, b is equals to minus 15, c is equals to minus 22. Minus b plus minus square root b square minus 4ac over 2a. Plug in the values. Use your calculator. Minus b square minus 4 into a into c over 2a, and we get 8.76 with the positive sign and negative 1.26 with the negative sign up to 2 decimal places. Calculate the shaded area. So shaded area is larger area minus the area of smaller rectangle. Larger is x times 4x and area of smaller is already given, which is 80. So larger is x times 4x minus 80. So this is 4x square minus 80, and value of x cannot be negative as it is length. So we use 8.76. 4 into 8.76 squared minus 80 and 226 0.95 approximately equal to 227. Question number 9. A, B, C, D is a rectangular field. C is due south of A, vertically below it. AB is 450, BC is 210. Martha walks at an average speed of 5.2 kilometers per hour. Calculate the time Martha takes to walk once around the perimeter of the field. Give your answers correct to nearest minute. Okay, so the perimeter first is 452 times plus 210 2 times, and we get 450 into 2 plus 210 into 2 is 1320 meters, which is 1.32 kilometers. So distance is equals to speed into time, and distance is 1.32, speed is 5.2, so time should be 1.32 by 5.2. 1.32 divided by 5.2 is 0.2538, but that is hours. So in minutes, we just multiply it with 60. So if I just directly multiply with 60 at this point, we get 15.2 to nearest minute, that is 15 minutes. Second part says, show that the bearing of D from A is 245, correct to 3 significant figures. Bearing of D from A is this angle. So if I just split it into 2, this complete angle is 180, and I'm going to find this angle. Bringing 450 on the other side, bringing 210 here, and I'm going to use tan to find this angle theta. So tan theta is equals to 450 by 210. Theta equals tan inverse 450 by 210, and I get 64.98. Observe that when I round off, it becomes 65 degrees. So if this angle is 65, the bearing should be 180 plus 65. So 180 plus 65 is 245 up to 3 significant figures shown. Question 9, B part. PQR is a triangle and S is a point on PR. PQR triangle and S is on PR. PS is 10.3. QR is 12.6. QPS is 42. QRS is 35. Calculate QS. So in order to calculate QS, I am first going to calculate this length PQ. So PQ, I see that I have this opposite angle and I have this pair as complete, so I'm going to use sine rule. PQ over sine 35 is equals to 12.6 over sine 42. So PQ is equals to 12.6 by sine 42 times sine 35. PQ comes out to be 10.8 centimeters. Now when we have this PQ, which is now 10.8 centimeters, I can find this QS using side 1, side 2, unknown side and the angle, and making cos rule. So QS squared is equals to 10.3 squared plus 10.8 squared minus 2 into 10.3 into 10.8 into cos of 42. So QS squared is equals to 57.395 square root both sides QS is equals to 7.575 and up to three significant figures, that is approximately equal to 7.58. Moving on, question number 10. Volume of cone, formula given. Curved surface area, formula is given. A solid is formed from large cone with a small cone removed from the center. So this is a large cone and it is hollow inside. The small cone is mathematically similar to the larger cone. The vertex of the large cone is vertically below vertex of small cone. So these are basically similar figures. The height of large cone is 21, the diameter is 18, height of small is 14. So from this point through this point, this is 14 centimeters. And if we know the diameter of larger, diameter of smaller should be this. So show that the volume of the solid is this. In order to do that, I need to know a radius of smaller cone. So diameter of smaller divided by diameter of larger is equals to length of smaller divided by length of larger. So D is equals to 14 by 21 into 18, 7 2 times, so 7 3 times, 3 1 times, 3 6 times, so 6 2 times 12. So radius of smaller is 6, radius of larger is 9. Height of smaller is 14, height of larger is 21. So volume should be volume of larger minus volume of smaller, that is change in volume. And so volume of larger is, for cone, formula is 1 by 3 pi r square h. 1 by 3 pi r square h minus 1 by 3 pi r square h. And when you use your calculator, 1 by 3 into 9 square into 21 is 567 pi minus 168 pi. And subtracting these two, we get 399 pi cm cube. Shown. Calculate the total surface area of the solid. So to find the total surface area, we need to understand that there are three surfaces. One is this outer cone, second is this internal cone, and the third is this area of ring. So pi rl plus pi rl, and area of ring is outer circle minus inner circle. And we need to find the slant heights for both of these cones. So let's do it. Slant height for smaller cone is L square is equals to 6 square plus 14 square. L is equals to square root 6 plus 14 square, that is square root 232. And for the larger cone, L square is equals to 9 square plus 21 square, and that is square root on both sides. That makes 9 square plus 21 square is 522, square root 522. Now for the area, pi rl plus pi rl plus pi r square minus pi r square. Just plug in the values and we'll be good to go. This is square root 522. You can also put values in decimals, that's not an issue. 6 into square root 232 plus pi r square minus pi r squared, and this is 1074.47, approximately equal to 1074 1070 is also acceptable. 3 significant figures. B part. The height of a cylinder is 13 centimeters correct to the nearest centimeter, that means plus minus 0.5 centimeter. The radius of the base of the cylinder is 4.5 centimeters correct to nearest 0.1 centimeter, that is plus minus 0.05 centimeter, half of the accuracies. Calculate the upper bound of volume. Volume is equals to pi r square h. So this is pi and radius is 4.5, so upper bound is 4.5 plus 0.05 makes it 4.55 squared, and upper bound of height would be 13.5. Use your calculator and we get this 878. Question 11 on next page. Question number 11. Find f of minus 3. So 4 into minus 3 plus 1 minus 12 plus 1 is minus 11. G inverse. So we write it y is equals to 2x minus 3 step 1. Then we make x the subject of formula, and then we replace x with G inverse, and we replace y with x, and G inverse x is x plus 3 by 2. Last part, simplify. 2 over f of x. So 2 over f of x was 4x plus 1. 4x plus 1 and 1 over g of x, which is 2x minus 3. So LCM is 4x plus 1 times 2x minus 3, and you cross multiply. 2 times is 4x, 2 3 times is 6, 4x plus 1 by 4x plus 1, 2x minus 3. There's no need to multiply the denominator, but if you do, that is also acceptable. But I would suggest to avoid doing extra workings. So this is 8x minus 5 by 4x plus 1 times 2x minus 3. Thank you so much. Take care. Do not forget to subscribe.